Okay, welcome to your crash course in Slugify. We're going to start off as a new user, so you can ignore these things. What we're going to do, come over here and say new user. The new user is going to be your username, of course, but what we're going to do is use Slugbert. And Slugbert's just a thing that I do, and you can ignore those email addresses because they're mine and I don't want your spam. Okay, and then you could use this here if you're on a Mac or you got an iPhone. We're going to ignore that for now. And if you had a Google account, you could put that in here. The reason to do that is if you want to sign in as, or sign in with Apple, or sign in with Google. For now, what we're just going to do is use username and password, and I'm going to give this a complex password. This is going to sign in. If you want to know what a complex password is, it says it right there. And what this will do is this will send this to this email address, and you'll get the code there. Okay? And it takes a while for this to happen. Often longer than you would want it to. For me, at least. Could take a while. I might have to edit this out or have a glass of wine. Oh God, there it is. Okay, so come over here, grab the code, copy, do it again because it didn't work. Because my finger's wet from drinking wine. Okay, come over here, paste that code in. Or type it. Hey, we can now sign in. Let's go. Let's do it. So, Slugbert. This would be you, of course. Am I still recording? Yes, I'm still recording. So at this point, this is like a totally generic, brand new user. Okay, it doesn't know anything. So you're introduced to the tutorial. It should tell you a few things. You could read it, or just completely ignore it and ask me a bunch of questions, which is fine. One thing to know is that this guy has Spotify installed. Okay, so this person has a Spotify account. We'll get spammed. Okay, but there's no playlists in here. Notice that there's no playlists. Okay, no music. He's just like a brand new person, but he is signed in. It does work. Okay, we don't want that. Okay. Now, you want to call me Slugbert? You can change your name, anything you want it to be. And this is basically telling you to set up your music streaming service, which in your case would be Spotify. So you come over here, you say Spotify. Now, when you first do this, and you've never done this before, you'll actually get asked to sign into Spotify and clarify some stuff. But since this account has already done that, it'll just kind of streamline its way through. There will be an error that pops up here, which is not going to show when you look at it. It's a development error that only I see. And there it is. I'm going to dismiss that error. And this is what you should see. Basically, you're ready to go. Okay, continue. All right, this is the thing. You got to have some friends. So in order to have friends, you come over here and you want to add a friend. But what do? Okay, add a friend. Well, what's my friend's name? Okay, I'm going to give you a hint. It's me at this point. Okay, so here is Confucius. Okay, that's me. And I come over to my friend list or settings. Now this is the web version, which is pretty much like the native version on your phone, but it's a little bit more feature rich. So I already had a couple friends over here, and I already actually have Slugbert as a friend, but Slugbert does not have me as a friend, and it's friendships are a two-way street. So I got to send him my stuff, okay? I got to send him my secret code. So I come over here, okay? Now what I could do is I could copy this message and send it to him in email, let him do it himself, but since I'm doing this as a demo, I'm just copying this code. Okay. Okay, now this person's name, and caps are important when it comes to users' names, okay? Otherwise, it won't work. And it'll tell you that. Okay, we're gonna paste that in there. Okay, adding the friend, little zombie down there, slurping some friend's music. Okay, that's pretty good. That's all cool. Okay, this is pretty good. Now there's 3 steps that you got to do. One, you got to connect your music stream. Second, you got to add a friend. Okay. Now, if I wanted to invite a friend, which I needed to, come over here, share a friend. Now this looks ugly because I'm on a emulator, but you could copy that information. Okay. Otherwise, over here you would see Gmail or you would see Messenger or whatever you would do. You just send your friend that information. Okay. And then we come over here and you get this lovely little fairy. Isn't she nice? Okay, we're going to set the save to playlist. Okay, totally different from what's known as the Slugify playlist, but I'll get to that in a minute. All right, create a public playlist on Spotify. Okay. Need to do that. Okay. I got to create a playlist. This is where you save your music to. So if your friend puts music into his Slugify playlist, then it will show, and then you can slurp it into your save to playlist. Now, here, I didn't realize there was this update thing. So anyways, you come over here and you say, okay, I'm going to create a playlist. Okay. What is going on here? This person has got some stuff. Anyways, there's already a playlist. So I'm going to just call this bucket of songs. I just made that up. Okay. So now I've got bucket of songs. Okay. There's no tracks in there. Now I can navigate back to this, come over here and say update. And now there's bucket of songs. I was telling you to slide down before, which that works too. Okay. But what we're going to do is we're going to tap on that. And you see the little checkbox there. Now you're done. Okay. Now you've got the select playlist. Okay. So you've made friends. Okay. You've made your playlist. Okay. What I noticed here is that the Slugify playlist was created automatically. So I'm not sure if you don't see this, what's going on. This was also created automatically. I don't know if that's because of some cached information that I have in my fake phone here or whatever. So if you don't see this playlist, Slugify, create it yourself. Okay. You do need to create a place to slurp to. Okay. Input. This is where you put stuff. But let's go back. Let's not get too distracted. Let's finish a thought. So these are all the songs that Confucius has put in his Slugify playlist on Apple Music. It's all been translated for you. So you can see here that here's a song. You can listen to it right now on Spotify. Or you can slurp the entire playlist. Boom. Okay. Into the playlist which you just created, which I already forgot the name of. Was it Butt Bongo Fiesta? It was something. Let's just wait for this to finish. It takes a little while. It's actually doing quite a bit of work right there. It's chugging away, and now it's done. Okay, look at that. And then we have, okay, you see this little monkey? That means that none of your friends have anything to share. Okay? You see this little guy down here? That's what happens when you got notifications set up. Somebody slurped your track. So Slug Bert has slurped my tracks, and Kim Fuchsius has just received a notification. Hey, Slug Bert just slurped your tracks. Okay, that's how that shit works. Now over here you see unmatched. Okay, unmatched tracks basically are tracks that Slugify could not match from Apple Music to a track that would exist in Spotify. Hundreds of reasons why that doesn't. I've tried to minimize it, but this song just basically doesn't exist. It's great if you can find it. This song exists, but just not the way that I'm searching for it. Okay? Now you can get rid of each one of these guys, okay, by just swiping left, just like one of your dating apps, okay? You don't want to see that person anymore, okay? You swipe left. I actually don't know which directions are which. And now you're done. Right? You can set up notifications, okay? Come over here to settings. And you come over here to notifications and you can enable them. I can't enable them on this bugger here because he's a fake phone. But on your phone, you can do it and then it'll work. There's a little testing feature as well. Now, I want to make sure I'm still recording. Am I still recording? Yes, I'm still recording. All right, so you can see my friends here, and what else do I need to see? All right, here's this bucket of songs. Okay, you can change your screen appearance if you want to go light, you want to go dark, whatever you want. For me, if it's like late at night and I'm looking at this, it needs to be dark mode because my eyes are so sensitive. And what else? Okay, user customization. Here, if you've got a Mac, okay, you could have set this up when you signed up, but if you didn't, you come back over here, and this is your Slugify email address. You can't change it. But if you got an Apple ID, you could put it here, which means you could log in from your Mac or an iPhone using sign in with Apple. And then if you've basically got a Gmail address, you could sign in with on an Android phone and even on a Mac or a PC if you've got your Google account set up right. Okay? I won't do that here, but you can do that. You might notice, though, everywhere you go, or sometimes you'll get a little lady, a teacher lady, and she changes races every time you do this just so that I can be non-racist. And they try to help you out as you work through the app. Okay? Oh, look, she just changed colors. Okay? She's cool. All right. So we've just slurped tracks. We've just forgotten tracks. Okay? Now, guess what? I want to share some tracks with my friend, Confucius, okay? So where do you do that? Right in Spotify. Okay, so you go over to Spotify. Spotify will spam you, and they'll spam you in Thai if you're in Thailand, okay? But what you want to do is come over to your library, okay? And inside the Slugify playlist, okay? You want to add some songs. And, you know that Confucius's favorite person in the world is Tony Basil. Look, recent searches. Mickey Tony Basil. Okay? I don't know why that's in there. I think it's funny though. Okay, so now you've got that. So Tony Basil is now right there. Oh, look at her in her little skirt. Okay, that's cool. Now Confucius, okay, he's over here and he's rocking away on his app. Okay, he's going to close this notification. Confucius is in the web app. Could be on his phone, whatever. It all works. He comes over to Slugify. And, oh my God, look. It's Hey Mickey. Now that's actually a fake thing. If you don't see the actual tracks in there, okay, these are tracks from other folks, okay? You can see who it's from, okay? You would come over here and say check for updates, and it would update it. The thing is that I hadn't updated this particular screen since before and after I started making this video. So now there's really only one track in there, okay? And you can see her and she's divine. And I can come over here and I can basically save this like that, okay? So that should be a nutshell. You've got to have your Slugify account. You got to have your Save To account going, okay? You want to go back over into your stuff, see if any... Why don't I do this? I'll come over here. Let's see. I'm going to add... I know what I could do. Oh, God. I've got a playlist here. So I'm in iTunes, okay? And I can say I've got a playlist here. I'll send you this wonderful thing. It's called Dance Monkey, okay? And I just put that into my... Now, I'm not going to do this because everyone will see this. But anyways, I would just put this into my Slugify playlist, and then you would see it. That's how it works. You've already seen it, but you could do the same thing. Okay? And I think that's it. And I think my video is going to be huge, so I have to now, edit it. Aloha and mahalo.